our next guest, was the first person to take the mic at Kirk's event yesterday. And so you can see him there asking about religion in the Mormon church just moments before Kirk was shot and killed. Let me play for you this exchange.
This is just going to be a fun, polite discussion. Mormons, by the way, I love how Mormons have more kids than they can afford. I think it's time for Mormons. You got to get your mojo back. No more of this LGBT stuff. We need to stream Mormon church back in this country.
Henry Dells is out front now. He was the one asking the questions. And Henry, obviously, I'm very sorry for what you witnessed and what you have now gone through. You were there yesterday asking questions, standing actually at the front because as Charlie Kirk walked out to the crowd, and then you got selected to ask the first question. I mean, literally moments before he was killed, right? You get picked, you start asking your question. Can I just ask you, first of all, Henry, and what it was like for you, what it meant to you to have that interaction with him, to be picked to ask a question?
Yeah, I mean, it was something that was unbelievable to me. I actually found out just like a couple of days earlier that Charlie was actually coming to town, and a couple of friends messaged me from UVU. They said, "Hey, we should all collectively try to go and ask him a question." I mean, he was a big monumental figure for us, and me and a bunch of friends do apologetics and debate all the time, and we love his debate tactics, and we study it, and we do it often. And he was a big inspiration to us, and meant a lot.
So you ask your question, and obviously he's talking about Mormons there and wanting them to have a lot of children. And then you were done, right? And you passed the mic to the next person, right? And the next person after you, Henry, and this is something I don't know if has sunk into you, and really in so many ways, but that's the person who asked the question about transgender shooters, right? The question that was right before Kirk was shot. Now, I understand, Henry, that you did have a chance to speak with the person who asked that question. It was a man before the event started. What can you tell us about that conversation when you were talking about your questions, the chance that you both had to ask one?
Yeah, after we each kind of got selected, they picked about 4 or 5 of us to be at the front of the line. We each kind of had about 5 to 6 minutes where we just kind of discussed, like, hey, like, what are we going to talk about? What are your questions, and what are your questions? You know, there was a lady that was going to talk about some abortion issues, which was understandable. Charlie talks about them all the time. Other was some racial issues, and his was transgenderism, and the why people feel like they are something that they aren't. And I never got anything out of that or even heard anything where he was going to refer to anything about shooting. I think I don't know if it was purposeful or not, or what the whole thing was, but it was shocking to me just looking back after the events, the sequencing of everything. And I think it kind of just leaves me guessing a little bit.
Right, because you're saying you knew it was a question about transgenderism, but it sounds like from your conversation with him, could you tell that he disagreed with Charlie on that issue, or could you not even tell that?
Yes, ma'am. As a matter of fact, I think which was kind of ironic. The first person asking the question, I actually really didn't disagree with Charlie on a lot of things in regards to politics. I agreed. I had to find the religious aspect so I could find something to disagree with him on. But the 3 people behind me all had things that they disagreed with Charlie on. Like I said, it was either transgenderism, it was either a race aspect, or if it was what was the other thing?
Yeah.
Something, I forget. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, that's all right. That's all right. I certainly didn't mean to put you on the spot in that way, Henry. But I actually, just as you and I are speaking, we got a new video from the guy after you, right? The one who asked the question about transgender shootings that you're explaining had told you he was going to ask about transgenderism, but did not mention shooting at all. That person just shared a video statement with us. Just got it. I haven't heard it myself. Let me play it. You and I can hear it together, Henry.
And people have obviously pointed to the irony that the point that I was trying to make is how peaceful the left was right before he got shot. And that only makes sense if we stay peaceful. And as much as I disagree with Charlie Kirk, I'm on the record for how much I disagree with Charlie Kirk, but like, man, dude, he is still a human being. Have we forgotten that? Are we crazy? Like,
Obviously, he's emotional and upset there as well, Henry. What's your reaction hearing that? Of course, that's the young man who asked the question right after you.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I think I kind of feel for him a little bit because I can definitely understand that how some people might be giving him some backlash just because the sequence of how he articulated his question and then what came immediately after. And I've had even thoughts of scenarios of like, oh, maybe this is something that's you know was involved in sequence and stuff. But I also never left out the fact that hey, it could have just been a coincidence. And when I was speaking with the individual prior to, I never felt like he had any hatred for Charlie, and that I can testify. He seemed like an ordinary kid who just had a difference of opinion, and we actually shared a little bit because my family just we definitely are all conservative. We were different. I got some that are left, I got some that are right. My dad's kind of in the middle, and so I have to live that. I have to deal with that every day, and so I understand what he's saying. We're all human, and we should love each other.
All right, well, Henry, thank you very much for coming on and for talking about all of this. I know it's not easy, and in a moment like this, perhaps the easiest thing to do is to say nothing. But I really appreciate. I know everyone does appreciate hearing you talking about it. Thank you.
Thank you.